up in the rafters.
Number 22, Money in the game. Number 24, Nevaeh, and number 25, Autumn Elizabeth. The Lady Whitefaces are coached by Carly Kraken, Christy Jones, and Chris Trapp.
And we'll take one more break, a minute, and we'll be back in Lubbock after this 60-second timeout. Lady Mustang fans, ready to play some volleyball here as the Whiteface roster of Emma Jones, Nikayla Watley, London Baker, Tatum Stowe, Cameron and Kendall Blair, Miranda Acosta, Michael Palacios, Emma Cooper, Bonnie DeRijo, Nevaeh Coronado, Autumn Wilbert, and tonight, Allie Priscilla moved up from the JV, and probably her heart's going a little pity-pat right now.
Heck yeah, it is.
Her mom and dad over across the way, rooting on the Whitefaces. Jessica, Miranda's mom, is on the front row down there always, and a very vocal fan she is. Emma's mom up in the stands, just lots and lots of folks who make the trek wherever it may be. And the Whitefaces tonight are at Lubbock Cooper. So
yeah, it's a good group of fans, and I'm telling you, I mean, there's some folks that don't have a kid here, or don't have a relative coach, and it's nice to see those people come out too.
Absolutely. I wanted to say hello to Chuck Prosper and Sue. I know they're listening back home. Chuck had a little heart work done last week, but they're faithful Whiteface fans, and volleyball regulars, if you will, and hope you're doing well, Chuck. They had to check to see if Chuck's heart was as big as Sue's, and it turned out it wasn't, so, but he's doing good. Well, we're ready now if the officials are ready.
Looks like a
little bit of lineup issue with Sweetwater.
Yeah, it looks like the officials, I know Sweetwater brought one linesman and official, as did we, and it looks like Sweetwater won that coin flip, and their official is up top, and our official is handling the table and the floor.
All right, Whitefaces with London, Nikayla, Blair, Wilburn, Acosta, and Vallejo on the floor as we go. The first serve of the playoffs. It's on the top of the net, falls on Hereford's side. It's an ace. A squirrely one, but an ace nonetheless. 1-0 Sweetwater.
You can't plan those, I can guarantee you.
No, you can't plan them, and you really can't play them. I mean, it not only hit the net cord, it kind of sat there for a minute and then fell on the Hereford side. So serving once again is Biura, and she serves this time to Miranda, to London. Over it goes to Blair, big hit, but she's long, and it's 2-0 Sweetwater. Cameron got a good swing at it, but just didn't get on top of it enough. And it's sailed long, and the Lady Mustangs lead 6-0. Gosh, 2-0. They've got a scoreboard, too, that has the kills and all this pretty fancy stuff here. Serve again by Biura. Comes to middle to Watley. She takes a big swing. Sweetwater gets it back over. Watley blocks it. It's pushed back over. Watley pushes it deep. Sweetwater back to it. They just slap it over. We need to score right here. London sets up Cameron. They block her. Hereford plays it back up. Great save by the Whitefaces as London just gets it over. 2-0. Sweetwater playing well early on. Little tip by the Whitefaces and point for Sweetwater. They're up 3-0.
Yeah, because that little roll shot went about in the 10-foot line, and we've got to be prepared to run through those balls. We're going to pancake a lot of those, but we can run through them.
3-0 service to Miranda. Not a good pass. London has to rush to get to it over to Blair. Blair rolls it to the middle. They can't play it, and it's 3-1. Cameron with the first kill of the Whitefaces on the night. 3-1 Hereford. Miranda back to serve. We're not in a great vantage point here. We should have moved over. We may move here in a minute. Good serve by Miranda. Sweetwater digs it up. Well, he just hit it across. Great save by the Whitefaces. London Baker. And a great dig on the other side. And a big swing and into the net. That should be Whiteface point. My goodness.
No touch.
Here is Stowe, and Stowe can't get it over. And now they call 4 on the Whitefaces. My goodness.
Oh, my.
How did we miss the 4 a while ago, Coach? 4-1 Sweetwater.
Yeah, I mean, there was not a block.
No, not even close. 4-1 Sweetwater in the opening set here. The Whitefaces back to Miranda, up to London, off to Cameron to the floor. She's got 2. The Whitefaces now trail 4-2. We need to get going right now. Emma comes in to serve. Emma Jones. 4-2 Sweetwater in the opening set. Cameron Blair comes out. And the Whitefaces, Emma Jones, the junior, ready to serve. Emma's service, it's a beauty. And they can't play it, and it's an ace. And it's 4-3. Nice serve by Jones.
Nice floater. That thing didn't have any turn on it at all.
4-3, Whitefaces trail. Now Emma ready once again. Couple of dribbles of the volleyball, then a good serve, same spot. Good serve this time. They go to the middle. Hereford blocks it, and it's wall. Stowe that time. The Whitefaces have a, wait a minute, what are we doing here? Point for them.
What was that?
5-3 Sweetwater. I do not know what that was, folks. I apologize, but I don't. Here's the Whitefaces with a quick set to Stowe, and it's 5-4. Well, I don't know. We're
really confused on a couple of calls already.
Yep. Sweetwater's gotten a couple of breaks here early on. They lead 5-4, mostly because we haven't played real well. Here is Micah in to serve. Palacios with a little floating jump serve. It's a beauty. They play it up. They'll just have to free ball this over. They do, and Stowe just tips it right back down. 5-4. Stowe in the middle that time. They tried to just float it back over, and she just went up and put it on the floor. Those are 5-all, I beg your pardon. Miranda, Micah serves. It's an ace. A lot of smoke on that one. And Micah Palacios makes it 6-5 Hereford. Whitefaces by a point. Again, just a little settling down right here. Play like we're capable of playing. Micah with a good serve again. Better pass this time by Sweetwater. Big swing, it's out. And the Whitefaces leave it 7-5. Have it all down here in our corner. Micah comes quickly over to retrieve it. And it's 7-5 Hereford in the opening set. Micah stands about 10 feet back, runs, jumps, hits that thing, and it really moves. Good service. They scramble for it. They'll just have to free ball it over. They do. Hereford sets it up, passes it over on the far side to Bonnie. They get a block on Bonnie. Can't play it. Bonnie Ray over the kill. Whitefaces lead it 8-5. Micah ready again. Don't know how long Sweetwater's going to let it go before thought she was taking the time out there, but they led 5-3, so Hereford scored 5 in a row. Micah, good serve, and ace again.
A deep serve is working for her. She's putting them back there, and they are not getting back quickly enough.
9-5. Micah ready once again. 9-5 Hereford. Jumps and serves deep again. This time they make the good pass on the near side. Big swing and out. And it's 10-5 Hereford. The Whitefaces now scored 7 in a row. And now a timeout call by Sweetwater. 30-second break. Hereford up 10-5 in the opening set. We're back 30 seconds. first three of the set. Whitefaces fell behind 5-3 at one point, now lead 10-5, and Micah continues to serve. She's had 2 aces in this little 7-point run here. Palacios ready again. Whitefaces looking for their 43rd win of the season. Again, good service. And again, the Mustangs just push it across. Miranda. Stowe on the slide, and Stowe with the kill. It's 11-5 Hereford. Stowe's got 4.
Split the blockers just as pretty as you can.
Whitefaces leading 11-5 here in the first set. Again, Micah ready with the jump serve. This time she goes deep middle. Better pass, but not a great pass. Off the net, rolled over. Micah rushes to it, gets it over to Kendall, and it's in. Kendall Blair with a kill. Whitefaces now with a 12-5. She went cross court from the middle that time, did a good job.
She did, and nobody was home back there in that deep right corner.
12-5 Hereford. Micah goes again. Again, she's the setter in this rotation for the Whitefaces. Good service. Sweetwater scrambles around, gets it across, chance to score. This time we set it over there to Bonnie, and Bonnie straight down on the line on the far side. Wow. Woo. Big lead stuff right there, 13-5 Hereford.
Absolutely. Coach McCracken, I know, and Bonnie have talked a lot about starting to really swing down the line. That is bread and butter for high school.
To the middle. Bumped up, far side, big leap. Hereford blocks it, but it's off us and out of bounds, 13-6. So Hereford scored 8 in a row there. And, 10 in a row there to take a 7-point lead in this opening set. Allie moving
Way to go,
way to go, Allie. Whitefaces with a 13-6 lead. Service comes back over here to Stowe, and Stowe goes deep with it, and it's her 5th kill, and it's 14-6, and now it's Stowe's turn to serve. Tatum at the service line. We're in the opening set, opening round of the volleyball playoffs. The 43-2 Hereford Whitefaces. Stowe with a good service. Not a good pass again. Far side though, big swing. We got a block, great dig by Emma Jones. Pass it over to the far side. We have to bump it. We don't get there. Whitefaces play it over. Sweetwater kind of messes around with it. Gets it across. Played up by Blair. Set over the far side to Bonnie. Bonnie, big swing. They dig it on the back line. Pass it near side. Big swing by Sweetwater. And it is in. 14-7. Sweetwater with the point. That time they came kind of a little, wasn't really a big swing, but it came into a nice position here in the back corner. And we weren't home. So the Whitefaces lead by 7 in the opening set. Service to Miranda, set by Micah. Over to Watley, back right it comes. Watley has to play it back up and over. Sweetwater with a chance here. They set it and they lift it, and it's 15-7 Hereford. Well, they've not called that up till now. I wasn't sure they were going to, but she did then. I guess it was too much. 15-7 Hereford, back to serve. It's Bonnie up on the net. Now it's Blair, the Blair sisters, and Watley. Bonnie ready, 15-7 Hereford opening set. The senior with a nice serve. Lady Mustangs, bad set. Can't get it across. 16-7 Hereford.
Set went way too far out for the left side hitter to be able to cut back in.
Bonnie ready once again, serves. Good service. Far side off the net, cross, played up by Miranda. Pass it over there to Blair. Big swing, cross court, and down. 17-7, 3 kills for Blair. They've all been smokers. Whitefaces by 10. Brian Hedrick wandering around, getting a photo here and there that you'll see on the website and everywhere else for the Whitefaces real soon. Far side, blocked at the net, played over to the Whitefaces, back over to Blair. Blair just rolls it to the middle. I don't know what she thought, but in any events, Mustangs get it across. Now Miranda, nice pass. There's Bonnie behind the 10-foot line, and it is out. Yeah. 17-8. Bonnie didn't really get a real good leap on that one, I don't think, and didn't get quite enough on top of it. Got attacked from behind the 10-foot line. Sweetwater serves. Bonnie, Micah, Watley. Ooh, out. 17-9. Wow.
Yeah, she was set pretty far over on the right side and just was going to have to cut it back.
cut it a little too wide, and 17-9 now as Sweetwater serves. Bonnie, Micah, Watley, they block it. Herford plays it up. Great save by the Whitefaces. Just across now, the Mustangs scrambling to get it back. They do. Nice dig by Miranda. Played up. Bonnie behind the 10-foot line. They get it right back. Herford passes over to Blair, and Cameron, the birthday girl, gets her 4th kill. It's 18-9 Herford. Man, she's about 5'7" or 8" maybe. I mean, she can jump and she can swing. 18-9. All right, London Baker for the first time tonight at the service line. The freshman serves deep. Mustangs, not a very good pass. They get it across. London, not a very good pass. We get it back over to Blair. She goes cross court. They dig it up. Sweetwater. That was a lift if ever there was one. London back to Blair. Big swing, and there she goes again. Blair gets her 5th. Yeah, you just like if you're gonna, I mean, you know, if you're gonna catch it and throw it up as the setter, that really is not.
It just, I mean, we could hear it with our headphones on. It was a thud out of her hands.
Good serve by London, and the Mustangs do get it back over. Over now to Watley. Watley goes deep with it, and again it's long. Wow, 19-10. Well, we had them where we wanted them that time and just had too much mustard on it, and it's a 9-point lead. And you know, we're in control of this thing. Don't misunderstand me, but we're trying to find a way to play sharp, play fast, and we haven't found it quite yet. We lead 19-10, so not to worry. Bonnie, London. That's Wilburn, and Wilburn gets, nope, they dig it up. At the net, they don't get it across. And it is 20-10, Wilburn gets the kill. Whitefaces by 10. Miranda to serve. Best 3 out of 5. The winner plays in round 2. 7 rounds to win the state championship. Good serve, good pass. Good swing, and we can't play it. Kill by Sweetwater, 20-11. Still got a hand on it, but the hitter on the far side for Sweetwater was Houston, and she got the kill. And Hereford leads 20-11. Houston's a server. She brings it across. Whitefaces kind of scramble to get to it, but get it to Stowe, and they can't get that back, and it's a point for the Whitefaces. Tatum gets her 6th. It's 21-11. Whitefaces up by 10 in the opening set. Emma back in to serve now. She had an ace the first time around. She's got 1, and Palacios has got 2. And Emma's ready to go. Served by the freshman, by the junior. Back over there. There's a lift again. 22-11. So we're going to call every 5th lift.
Yeah, I'm not catching when they're getting.
I'm not either.
They're calling when they're not.
22-11. Hereford by 11. Emma serves again. Deep middle, and Mustangs with a good swing. Emma goes down and gets it, but we can't get it back up. 22-12. Mustangs have got a couple of gals that can really get up there. They're not particularly tall, but they have really good swings. And we've been a little sloppy, quite honestly, on getting in position from time to time. But we lead 22-12. Mustangs ready to serve. Hereford ready to receive here in this opening set. Back to Emma Jones, London. Over to Bonnie, and Bonnie gets the kill. 23-12. Bonnie's got 3. And the Whitefaces need 2 to win the opening set. In comes Kendall Blair. Back to serve goes Micah. So it's Kendall and Bonnie and Tatum up on the net for the Whitefaces. Again, 5 seniors for the Whitefaces on this roster. 5 dandies. Sweetwater, swing, blocked by the Whitefaces, thrown deep by the Whitefaces, played by the Mustangs, and off the net, rolled over. Great save by Bonnie. Back over it comes to Kendall. And Kendall over. They play it finally at the last moment in the middle and past the block, 23-13. That time we were there for the block, and they cut it around the block.
Well, and they sent a pretty high ball right there, but we had only a single block. Everybody else was back in defense, and when that happens, you've got to execute the dig.
10-point Hereford lead, 11-point Hereford lead as the serve is no good, and it's 24-13, and now Tatum can serve in the first set. Whitefaces A point away from going up 1-love. Tatum, good service. Mustangs free ball it over, played up by Tatum, set by Micah. Back to Tatum behind the 10-foot line. They dig it up, and Bonnie, they dig it up. And Sweetwater puts it out, and the Whitefaces win it 25-12. Or 25-13, I beg your pardon. Set one's over. Hereford's up 1-love. We'll take a break for a minute, 30 seconds, and be back here in Lubbock. (25-13), Whitefaces win the opening set. 6 kills for Stowe and 5 for Blair, 3 for Bonnie. But, and again, I'm not trying to be critical here, but we weren't real sharp, Coach.
No, I mean I didn't think our defense was great when they did hit it, and they did hit it. So we weren't super accurate with all our passes, and it's almost like we're being a little tentative on some of our swings. We're not really snapping our wrist and whipping our arm and elbow over the top. It's a little bit more of a, I don't know, a punch, if you will. I mean, our wrist is staying kind of straight. Not that they're not working, and many of them are working, but it's just not as loose as normal, and maybe that's nerves working, and maybe it's, we don't have to.
Some of that, I mean, there's some of that, in all of this, but we just have to make sure that we're ready to play the way we need to play when the time comes. I mean, we're not to that time yet, but we're going to be there soon.
Right. Yep. We do, and all these. I mean, right now it's just polishing. I mean, we've got to polish everything that we do, and the little things that kind of, that we're not super happy about here. We've got to figure those out and make sure that those are easy peasy. And when it comes to, you work your way through the first 3 rounds, the last 4 rounds of playoffs are really tough.
Whiteface fans on their feet over there as the ladies come back out here for the second set. We didn't switch ends of the floor, which has kind of become the norm this year, but we've done it a couple of times lately. We've had to switch, so it doesn't matter. But we're not, just so you'll know. Adam and Anastasia over there getting everything going for you back at home, and there's a wave across the way from the Peñas. Again, I can't say enough. You can't thank them enough for what they do, folks. If you enjoy watching, if you enjoy the YouTube telecast and all that, tell Adam and Anastasia, and tell you can also tell Josiah and Danielle. They help out too, so they deserve a little pat on the back.
Or if they don't come to help out, they've got to figure out a way to get supper on the road.
That's exactly right. Here we go. Miranda serving as we start set number 2. Whitefaces up a set. Good service, not a great pass by Sweetwater, but they come across and we're, I don't know, just out of sync. That was from the back row. It wasn't a tremendous swing by Houston, but, we tipped it. Didn't really play it well. I don't know. We were just out of sync again. 1-0 Sweetwater. Lady Mustangs serve. Miranda, London. What a play by, well, Sweetwater. Nope, they're not going to get it over. What a play by Blair. A little tip over to the near side, right on the line. They played it, got it up almost, but couldn't get it across. And it's 1-1 as Emma Jones comes in to serve.
I did think that thing would hang on the ball, would hang on the net a little bit, and had a chance to fall on our side like the very first serve did.
Good service again by Emma. Sweetwater, we tip it up, and again, can't play it. 2-1 Sweetwater. We got a tip on the net. It kind of rolled off the top of our hands, and we just couldn't get to it, Coach. Didn't get to it.
The digs off the blocks are not so good right now.
2-1 Sweetwater. Miranda, London, Tatum. Tatum hit it out. She had what she wanted, but she tried to hit it on the far side on the line over there, just cut it real short, and it's 3-1 Sweetwater. So the Whitefaces just kind of like we started the first set, a little bit sloppy. This time it's Tatum, and this time, well, they get it back over. Great save. Over it goes now to Miranda. Miranda just has to free ball it over. Sweetwater with some real good digs, and into the net, makes it 3-2 Hereford. Had a really good swing, couple of swings there, and we kind of relaxed, quite honestly. And Sweetwater dug it up. 3-2, here's Micah in to serve. She kind of got us going in that first set. Let's see what we can do here. Stowe and Vallejo and Kimball play up on the net. Good service. Sweetwater just scrambling to get to it. They get it over. Hereford sets near side, and the Whitefaces get a lift. 4-2. I promise we haven't made this many mistakes in the last 3-4 matches combined. 4-2 Sweetwater in the second set. Lady Mustangs serving. Whitefaces number 1 ranked, but Sweetwater doesn't seem to care, and they're playing quite well. Service to Bonnie, pass to Micah, back to Bonnie. It's out. 5-2. Whitefaces trail by 3 as the Lady Mustangs serve again here in the second set. It's out. Oh, it's on the line. 6-2. Miranda watched it, thought it was long, and the ref said no. And it's 6-2 Sweetwater. It's going to be interesting to see what we can do here. If we can kind of... Here's Miranda to Micah. Back to Stowe, and Stowe goes cross court, puts it in. Stowe's 7th kill makes it 6-3 Sweetwater. Tatum serving. We're in the second set. Hereford up a set, but trailing 6-3 here as Tatum serves. Good service. Lady Mustangs. Back row attack. Emma. Micah. Bonnie. Bonnie with the kill. Big swing by Bonnie Vallejo. I think that's her grandmother over there at the top. She's got a mask on, but I'm pretty sure that's Lydia. Whitefaces with a 6-4 deficit here as Tatum serves again. The senior serves far corner. Sweetwater, not a good pass. Free ball over. Tatum, Micah, Watley, and Watley with a big swing. Her first kill, and it's 6-5. That was good there.
That was good.
Good pass, good swing. I mean, we just...
Yeah, she snapped a core through that one and cut it back that time, and she kind of she sailed the first 2 wide to the left side of their court.
Good service, and
get out of here.
Not going to be able to play that one. It's an ace by Tatum. 6-all. Stowe again ready. 6-all here in the second set. In the first round of the playoffs, Lubbock Cooper, the Whitefaces, and Sweetwater. Sweetwater now going to sub after a couple of misplays on services. They bring in a back row defensive specialist at the 6-6 mark of the second set, and Tatum ready. Near side, Mustangs, middle swing, blocked, Whitefaces, can't get it up, 7-6.
Again, the touch off the block, we just, I'm not sure how many we picked up, if any, today. We haven't blocked it back to their court. Had some real struggles running through those balls.
7-6 Sweetwater leads here in the second set. Emma, Micah, Bonnie, and point for the Whitefaces, 7-all. In comes Cameron Blair, so it's again the Blairs and Watley up on the net. Bonnie, Miranda, and Micah in the backcourt for the Whitefaces. 7-all in the second set. Bonnie, good serve. Sweetwater, good pass. Big swing, we tip it, and it's in. 8-7 Sweetwater. I don't know if it's the timing of it.
Well, some of the sets for Sweetwater have been off the net a little bit. We've been up, and we're on our way back down, and that doesn't help.
Serve to Bonnie, set by Micah, and we don't get a good set, so we just have to bump it over. Near side, tipped by Sweetwater, tipped back by the Whitefaces, but tipped out. 9-7 Lady Mustangs in the second set. Whitefaces really struggling. Trailing 9-7, up 1 set to love. And credit to Sweetwater. Here's Watley, big swing. They dig her though. Play it back up and get it back across. Yep. Whitefaces pass it over now, mispass it, and don't get it over. 10-7. Whitefaces down by 3 here in the second set. We just cannot find any kind of rhythm. I don't know if Carly's going to take a timeout or not. No, she's not yet. 10-7 Sweetwater. Service comes to Bonnie, to Micah, to Watley. She tips it over, and it's 10-8. Good play by Watley that time. She tipped over the block. The Whitefaces trail by 2. London in to serve. Wilburn in on the net. 2-point lead for the Lady Mustangs here in the second set. London with the jump serve. Good service. But the Mustangs cross. Bonnie, London. Over to Blair. Blair with the kill. Her 7th. And it's 10-9. Whitefaces down by 1. London ready to go again. Gets the call from Coach McCracken on where to serve. Jumps and serves for a corner. They play it up. Again, we tip it up on the net, but this time we do tick it up, and then a bad set. And it's 11-9. Sweetwater by 2. Whitefaces with a 2-point deficit in their second set as the Mustangs serve. Buera with the service. I don't know if we keep waiting for Sweetwater to kind of...
to mess up.
Yep, kind of seems that way. They haven't. Bonnie, London, Watley. They dig Watley on the back line, play it up. Attack, Hereford can't play it off the block. 12-9, the Mustangs lead by 3. And Hereford pretty flat-footed. The Mustangs now in control of the second set with a 3-point lead at the halfway point. Service back to Miranda. London. Cameron up with her 8th kill. And it's 12-10. Hereford down by 2.
Quick set in the middle that time to Cameron Blair. It's not where she normally hits, but man, very effective with the quick set.
Service by Miranda. Whitefaces with the block. That was Wilburn and Stowe, 12-11. That's really the first time we've done that in this match.
Yeah, and that time the ball was tight to the net. And we like blocking those. But
Miranda serves, good service. Lady Mustangs, bad pass. They do get it across. Bonnie now to London. London to Stowe, and Stowe straight down 12-all. Wow. You'll not be returning that one.
No, that was a good set. They call that a 31, and Tatum really does well with those sets. She crushes them.
Miranda serves deep now. They play it off the net. Cross. Hereford dives and saves it. Mustangs with a chair, but they just bump it across. Now London sets over to Blair, and Blair with a kill. Whitefaces lead it 13-12.
Yeah. Blair Cameron has really figured out over there. She is getting it past the blocker that's in front of her. Blocker's not a real tall kid, but a good jumper.
Miranda serves 13-12 Hereford. And again, a bad pass. They do get it across, and we can't play it. Wow. 13-all. They made a bad pass. They just kind of bumped it across. We don't
move. We're just falling
stuck in the mud. We are 13 all as Mustangs serve. Miranda, London. Big swing by Stowe. They play it up and then can't play it across. 14-13 Hereford. Whitefaces by a point here in the second set. In comes Emma. And we haven't made a substantial run except for the early going of set number one. Here in the second set, certainly not. We lead by a point, and Emma is ready to serve. She serves an ace, just like that. Nice job, Emma. Her second ace, and the Whitefaces lead at 15-13. Junior ready to go again. Good service. Again, they have a little bit of a problem with it. They'll just free ball it over. Miranda, London, back to Wilburn. Wilburn, they dig it on the back line. Sweetwater does, play it to the middle, hit it out, and the Whitefaces lead it 16-13. And a hurries back now. We just need to go here on the run. Just play and play like we can play here. Emma ready. Gets the signal from Coach McCracken. There's the service. Good pass in the middle. Big swing. We block it. Play it up. Now we just got to get it back. And Bonnie does, but she gets it. Well, they play it to the back line. I thought she might have been long there. Sweetwater off the net. We block it. That was Wilburn and Stowe, and the Whitefaces lead it 17-13. 2 blocks for each of them now as the Whitefaces go up by 4. Emma ready again. Good. Service off the top of the net, and they can't play it. It's an ace. Her third. 18-13. Timeout for Sweetwater with Whitefaces by 5 in the second set, back in 30 seconds. Rooting for the Whitefaces. They happen to be connected to Texas Tech right now.
This timeout is rather emphatic by Coach McCracken, and I don't blame her a bit right now. We are not. They're out scrappy in us.
Yes, they are.
You know, they are much more scrappy than we're being. We're asking that they play it a certain way, and they're not wanting to. And they're just rolling all over the place, sending it back on those first or second hits.
Good serve by Emma. Bumped over by Sweetwater. London in the middle, sets Stowe, but they get a block on Stowe this time on that quick set. And there's a lift, makes it 19-13. Whitefaces by 6. Won the first one at 13, lead by 6 here. Emma ready again. Good service, and it's another ace. 4 aces for Emma Jones. It's been our best spark, honestly, of the night.
Yep, absolutely.
Emma ready to go again. Serves ups into the net that time, our first service error. 20-14, I put a little too much pressure on her there, and the Whitefaces give it back to Sweetwater. For the Lady Mustangs, it'll be Sadler at the service line. From the middle of the floor, she just kind of bumps it over. London sets Stowe, and Stowe puts it straight down again. Stowe's got 9, as does Cameron. 21-14 Hereford. Now Micah in. See if we can finish this thing off right here, Micah. We've been good at this part of the rotation too here tonight. Good service by Micah. Bumped way over, but we play at the back line. Set Stowe. Stowe gets number 10. 21-14 Hereford. Whitefaces 4 away from a 2-set-0 lead.
Tatum, man, they have not had an answer unless the ball just got hit right at them, they have not had an answer for her quicks.
Like a good service again. Murphy gets a block up on the net, plays it up. Murphy is in the net. 22-15. So, we made a good play. Finally got the block and the dig, and lo and behold, we hit the net. 22-15. 7-point advantage for the Whitefaces. In the second set, Lady Mustangs serving. Back to Miranda. Set Stowe. Stowe throws it where they ain't. 23-15. 11 kills for Tatum. Tatum serves now. We need 2 to go up 2-0. Whiteface fans pretty docile here tonight. And there's an ace by Stowe. That's her second ace. That's the team's 8th ace. And it's 24-15. Tatum now can put us up 2-0 here as she serves from the middle of the court. Deep right. Set far side. Big swing. We block it. Can't play it up. 24-16. Got there, got the block, and it just couldn't dig it up.
Well, yeah, and we've got to seal the net off. I mean, too many things are hitting our blockers' hands and just falling.
24-16 as the Mustangs serve, a little short serve. Miranda over to Watley. We just have to free ball this one over, but they misplay that, and it's 25-16. The Whitefaces win set number 2 to go up 2-0. We'll take a break here for a minute 30. Be back with the third set in a minute and a half. Ready for set number 3 here. The Whitefaces up 2 sets to none. We won by scores of 13 and 16. And if we sound like we're going to win this match,
We will.
I don't have any doubt about that. But you know, again, we've got pretty lofty goals, and we're going to have to not play like this if we're going to get to those goals.
Yeah, and I think our kids understand that, and Coach McCracken is pushing for that, and you know, our parents understand that, and it just you want to be peaking at the right time, and you know, I hope we will be, but this is not the peak at this point. Let's just say
we haven't peaked tonight.
No,
for sure.
we haven't.
Well, let's see what we do here in set number 3. Sweetwater, you got to give them credit. I mean, they've come in here with a pretty tall task, and they fought hard. They really have.
They have, and really, I am very. To me, they don't look like a team that's nervous. They look like a team that's going in to play the number 1 team, and to heck with it, throw caution to the wind, and just give them heck, you know. And so they've been pretty scrappy and certainly unafraid to swing and unafraid of our block.
Yeah, they certainly haven't been intimidated by us. And we'll see how set 3 goes here. The Whitefaces will have Watley, Blair, and Wilburn on the net as we start. Baker, Bajo, and Acosta on the backside. Baker obviously the setter. Sweetwater will serve first, and we're ready to go to set number 3. Whiteface fans standing across the way, wearing their playoff jerseys here tonight. Again, Wiley's folks over there, faithful followers, as you might imagine. Tatum, her parents and grandparents. Jessica over there, like I said, she's a noisemaker in the stands for sure.
The Losers are upstairs too. We appreciate them coming.
Yeah, they sure are. Of course, Stowe's from the Blairs.
I think Jerry Roberts is up
Jerry
there.
Roberts, I see him sitting all by himself up there. Good to see Jerry Roberts here tonight. We're ready to go for set number 3, but the officials aren't, so we're waiting while they get all that squared away at the table, and then we'll go on to play. Again, decide later tonight, or at least tomorrow, when and where we'll play next against either Monahans or San Elizario. I think tonight, Coach, or?
I don't know. It's going to be...
Yeah.
It's going to be hard if you're San Elizario and you win. It's going to be hard to ask Monahans. Hey, by the way, can we play next round at your house?
Here's the serve over to Miranda, over to Blair. Blair with the big swing, and it's 1-0 Hereford. First time we've taken the lead in the early going of the set. That's 10 kills for Cameron. So she's having a pretty good birthday party herself here tonight. 1-0 Hereford. Miranda was served. Whitefaces have won good service, but nice pass. Off the net, big swing, great dig by Miranda. Played up to Stowe, and there's no answer for Stowe, her 12th. It's 2-0 Hereford. It's the first really good dig we've had. First time we really kind of look like we're all firing on all cylinders. Good service. Set near side, big swing, we tip it up. Nice dig by Bonnie, played over to Blair, big swing, through the block, 3-0 Hereford. Blair's got 11. Whitefaces off and running here in the third set. Has Miranda ready again. Great serve. Far side, blocked by the Whitefaces and tipped over by the Mustangs. Miranda to the middle to Stowe. They dig it on the back line, pass it to the middle, bump it over. Whitefaces scramble to get to it, but do, and then lift it. 3-1. Well, 3-1. Whitefaces with a 2-point lead here in the third set. Back to serve for Sweetwater is Potts. Or Houston, I beg your pardon. Houston service to Miranda, to London. And again, just out of sync.
We're just not on the same page with whether that was going to be an A, a quick A in the back, or more like a B.
3-2 Hereford. Blair went one way. London's pass went the other. Miranda, good pass. London over to Stowe. Stowe to the floor. Stowe's got 13. 3-2 Hereford. In comes Emma. Now, Emma's got 4 aces. We had a good run when she was at the service line in that last set. Let's see what the junior can do here. 4-2. Whitefaces up by 2. It is the third set. Hereford's won by scores of 13 and 16. Service by Jones. Oh, it's an ace. Now they get to it, and they get it over. Great save. Here's Wilburn to London, over to Bonnie. Bonnie down the line, and she gets her fit.
That was a good reach by Bonnie, and she really went over the top that time. And that's a little bit of what we've been missing with some of our hitters.
5-2 Hereford now. Emma ready again. Thought Emma had an ace a moment ago, and they somehow got it up. Good pass this time. Tipped over, tipped right back by Stowe, and the Whitefaces lead it 6-2. We're in the third set. The Whitefaces in the opening round of what they hope will be 7 rounds of volleyball playoffs, but there's an ace by Emma. Emma's fifth. Well, she's wearing them out at the service line, 7-2 Hereford.
They do not like that floater she serves.
Emma ready again. Better pass this time. Near side, swung, blocked, played up by Stowe, over to Vallejo dug up. Oh, there's a lift, and it's 8-2 Hereford. A little more bounce in our step at the moment, just suddenly.
Yeah. It's like the speed. We've gone from, you know, a volume of 5 to a volume of 8 or something.
I think that's pretty accurate right there. Here we go, Emma. Good service. And they get it across. Emma digs it up on the back line. Bumped up over here to the middle. Played over by Wilburn. A chance here for Sweetwater in the middle. They tip it. We tip it right back. And point for the Whitefaces. 9-2 Hereford. Timeout Sweetwater in the third set. Whitefaces up by 7. Back in 30 seconds. Sweetwater here, the winner again in round 2 against either Monahans or San Elizorio later this week. Whiteface cheerleaders trying to get the crowd a little enthused over on the far side. We're sitting on what would be the homes down on the floor, but on the home side. Again, if you were going to go build a gym, this would be a pretty nice one to copy right here. Whiteface's Emma Jones to serve, 9-2. She's had 5 aces here in the match, and almost got another one right there as it caught the top of the net. Played back to the net. Great guiding play by, oh, what a play. First by Miranda and then by Bonnie. And then cross court and out. The Whitefaces lead it 10-2. Going again now is Emma. Be nice just to run this thing right on out to 25.
I believe it.
10-2 Hereford now. Emma ready. Back line, they play it up. They'll just bump it across. Miranda, London, Stowe, straight down. I mean, there's a 10-foot line. She hit about 6 feet inside of that, I'd say. About a 4-foot line. 16 kills for Stowe, 11-2 Hereford. Emma ready again. Whiteface football Friday night. Hereford playing for second place against the Canyon Eagles over at Buffalo Bowl. Here's a big swing and out. It's 12-2. The Whitefaces up by 10. Nice play by Claudia in the stands to snag that. Here we go now again with Emma. Service deep middle. Oh, they had trouble with it. They'll get it across. And the Whitefaces will set it over to Bonnie. And Bonnie hits it in the net this time, 12-3. Didn't quite, it was kind of off the net, the set was. She tried to go cross court, didn't get it up high enough. 12-3, Lady Whitefaces. Sweetwater serving in the third set. Emma, London, Stowe. That would be a point. 17 kills for Stowe, and it's 13-3 Hereford. All right, Micah back to the service line. Stowe and Bonnie and Kendall up on the net. Micah ready. Whistle sounds. 13-3 Hereford. Floater to the middle. Played off to the left side. We block it, but can't get it back up. That's the problem we've talked about. Brenda's talked about there, Coach. Just a little, just a little out of sync, quite honestly.
Yep. Just so too many things off of our block go unplayed. I mean, we don't win those points or keep ourselves in those points.
Jump serve is out, and it's 14-4 Hereford. So now it's Tatum Stowe. Hereford up by 10 in the third set. Again, the Whiteface is going to win here tonight and going to have some things to improve on before later in the week. Tatum serves too deep, but no, they play it. On the far side, cross. Tatum with the dig. Pass now over to Bonnie, but she can't do much with it. Bumped across by Sweetwater. Emma. Over now to Bonnie. Bonnie tips it with the left hand and gets the kill. Bonnie didn't get a good set. She made a great play with her left hand just to tip that thing back over the net and get the point. 15-4 Hereford. Tatum ready once again. Deep right corner this time. They scramble just to get it back. They do. Emma passes now to Stowe from behind the 10-foot line, but they dig her. Good job by Sweetwater. They bump it across, and Sweetwater's in the net, 16-4 Hereford. Whitefaces with a 12-point margin here in the third set. 9 points away from their 43rd win of the season. Great serve by Stowe, but a great pass that time to the middle, blocked by the Whitefaces. Played back over by Sweetwater. Pass back to Watley. Watley with a kill. 17-4. Nice swing by Watley.
Yeah, the middle blockers, the blockers are not going to that slot on the net. It's not quite a quick set. It's just to the left of that, and the blockers have not responded. Good spot for the Lady Whitefaces.
Good serve by Stowe. Bumped over. Stowe with a dig. Micah back to Stowe. Stowe hits it too long, 17-5. Set Stowe after she had made the initial dig, and she really, I don't think, ever got herself quite in position. 17-5 is the score. The scoreboard's off one here. Sweetwater serving. Service comes to Watley. Watley now from the far side sails it long. Should be 17-6 now as the Whitefaces. Couple of unforced errors here. Scoreboard's still got 18-5. I don't think that's right, but we'll see. Miranda, Hereford kind of collides and missets it, gets it across, and Sweetwater swings, and nice dig by the Whitefaces. Played up over to Bonnie. Bonnie, big swing. Nice dig by the Mustangs. Played it back to the middle, big swing. Dug up by Emma. Back to Watley. Watley hits it long. Nope, they're in the net.
We are, even on free balls, we are making our setters run, and to where we're limiting the number of hitters we have available. We've got to pass a free ball just on the money.
Scoreboard shows 19-5. I still think that's off 1 point, but it hasn't changed, so I suppose it's not. Good service. That's an ace by Bonnie. So she gets an ace. Emma has 5. 2 for Tatum, 2 for Micah. 19-6.
Is that correct?
They had this point. They did.
So we got a point,
each got
they got a point.
We each got a point. It's 19-6 Hereford. There we go. Good pass this time by the Mustangs. Big swing, and we do what Brenda has talked about. We go up and block it, and then it falls on our side because we're not tight enough on the net. So it's 19-7. Again, Whitefaces need 6. Service to Bonnie. Over to Blair. She can't get much on it. And they play it up and bump it across. Hereford now. Pass over here to Kendall. They dig Kendall on the back line. Bumped over. Oh, Bonnie has to dive to get to it. She does get it across. Mustangs tip it over. Played up by Cameron in the middle now. Bonnie with the big swing, and Bonnie gets her 20th kill. I mean, her 20th point. Our 20th point, her 7th kill.
We've never, in any match I've watched this year, we have never had to play so many free balls, so many balls between the net and about 5 feet deep on our first touch.
Here is London in to serve now. Good service. Just bumped over by the Mustangs. London pass it over now to Cameron. Cameron, big swing, but they dig it up. Back it comes. London now. Pass it back to Blair. Blair rolls it over. They play it. On the second hit, we dig it up, play it to the net, get it over. They bump it right back. We play it up over to Cameron. Big swing. They block it. Play it right back over. Great rally here on both sides. Here it comes to Wilburn. Wilburn cross court. They dig her up. They can't get it back. 21-7 Wilburn with a kill. Whitefaces need 4 more. London back to serve. 21-7 Hereford in the third set. 4 points away from heading into round 2. Good service by London. Free ball over. Blocked by Watley, and right straight down. Great play by Watley. 22-7.
Yeah, she stayed on the ground longer because the ball was farther back off the net and was able to get the block.
London now to the far corner with the service. Mustangs scramble to get to it, get it across. Miranda Watley kick, doesn't get a good set, and she just gets it across. They get it back. Hereford plays it up. Great save by the Whitefaces. At the net. Big swing, we block it. Wilbur and Watley with the block. Point for the Whitefaces. 23-7. Hereford needs 2 now. London ready again. London with a good service. Sweetwater with a good pass. London with the dig. Miranda with the set. And Blair bumps it over. They play it up. Back to the near side. Back to Bonnie. To London. Over to Blair. Blair with the kill. Blair, the birthday girl, gets her 12th. 24-7. Hereford needs 1 to get on the bus and go home. 43rd win of the season. 13-16, and London serves. They play it to the near side. Big swing. We block it. We save it. Great save by the Whitefaces. In the middle now. Tipped. Great save by Miranda. Over to Wilbur. Wilbur, big swing. That's it. Nope, they dig it up. They lift it. It's the point for the Whitefaces. That's it. 25-7. Hereford wins 13-16-7. We got better.
We did get better.
We got better. The Whitefaces got better and wind up with the win and kind of wind up on a high note. And again, we'll have plenty of things to work on tomorrow. We will.
We certainly will.
But there's a goal volleyball that's going to get on the bus and go back to Hereford with the Lady Whitefaces. And so that's what they came here for. That's what we got. And here's the presentation, and the Whiteface ladies and their fans enjoy the presentation, enjoy the goal volleyball. Brian's going to get them all bunched in there and get a photo. And we'll be back, talk with Coach Kitten a bit more, and then talk with Carly when we come back in 30 seconds.
Are you looking for a high...
Volleyball out there, big smiles on their faces. Coaches and Claire among those two. Hey there, how y'all doing? Golly bum, it's that
Blast from the past.
that old state champion herself, huh? How are you there? She's not even going to stay and visit with her. I'll be
She's
darned.
got kids to take care
She's got
of.
kids, she does. I'll be darned. She was the dandy. That's one of the best right there. Well, the Whitefaces go over to their fans and they'll sing the school song along with the cheerleaders. Thoughts, Coach?
Well, it was stiff. I mean, at the beginning, we were a little flat-footed, a little tense. I don't know if we expected them to give us our points.
Yeah.
Championship teams want to earn every single point. We did. There was a noticeable change in set 3, I thought.
Yep.
I mean, we loosened up and went after the ball, but little things that, just some specific things. I mean, the balls that fell off the block, the balls that landed from the net to 5 feet back, some digs that we missed,
Yeah.
some choices that we didn't make, as far as letting a ball land in or making a play on a ball. Those are all things that, some of those are just choice things,
Yeah.
and we've got to choose to run through those, and no point is just not worth playing,
No, I agree. I've just noticed I'm smiling because Sweetwater Radio is down there at the opposite end from us, and they're off the air already, so apparently it doesn't take long to wrap up this match. Whiteface players posing over there again on the far side, and we'll talk with a couple of 4 a.m. here in just a minute, but we'll have Coach McCracken join us here in just a moment, too. But all in all, Coach, we got what we came for. It just a little harder than we should have made it.
It was a little bit harder, but you know what? That is going to happen sometimes in the playoffs. It definitely is, and so we just need to worry about correcting those things and just continuing to improve. And like I said, you got to get the mindset. We are so skilled. We have great skill. Now, what kind of just dogged competitors are we going to be with that skill? That's going to be the key now as we try to proceed through these playoffs.
All right, we'll be back in 30 seconds and talk with Coach McCracken, then talk with some of the players. Again, the Whitefaces winners in 3, 13, 16, 7, back in 1/2 minute. Ball tonight. Emma's first. Emma Jones. Emma with 5 aces in the match. Good serving, girl, first of all.
Thank you.
We had a little hard time getting started, Emma.
Yeah, I was a little slow in the beginning.
What do you think? I mean, why?
I think it's kind of hard to get going because we had a weekend off, and then the team we played was kind of slow a little bit. So I think it was just hard for us to get going.
Obviously now, I mean, every game, every match could be the last one. So we've got plenty to work on, you think, between now and the next round, huh?
Yes, I think we have a lot to work on.
Well, what about nerves? I mean, did you have any tonight on this just because of what it was?
Not really. I think I was more excited than nervous, but there's always a little bit of nerves going into playoffs.
Sure. Well, you got the win. Congratulations. A good night for you and for the Lady Whitefaces.
Thank you.
All right, Emma Jones. She'll step away. I think Micah's going to be next. We were kind of struggling in that first set. In fact, we were behind 5-3, and Micah came in. It came her service time, and I think you ran off 10 in a row there, something like that, up to 13. But and I thought that had us going, and we really didn't. We kind of lost our momentum again, didn't we, Micah?
Yes, in the second set, it was kind of downhill a little bit.
Just your take on it. Again, I don't want you to think or anybody to think I'm criticizing, but we didn't play as well as we could. Why not, you think?
I think that we went in thinking, I don't know if we, looked past them.
Yeah.
We just, oh, it's the first round, we know we're going to win. But, we had to talk before this, and we all said we're not going to do that, and that's exactly what we did, and it was just...
Well, but you won, and you won the last set that we kind of finally got ourselves in position, played like we wanted to play, right?
Yes, it was much better.
So what do we do tomorrow at practice? I mean, how do we kind of get ourselves back on track?
We're probably just going to have to get in the mindset of we can't just look to future teams like Decatur. We have to play game by game and work at every practice like it's our last game. We have to just be ready because we can go home at any time.
Sure. Well, a good job, Micah. Good job at the service line. Good job setting tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Next up is Cameron. I would sing happy birthday, but you probably don't want me to, so happy birthday, I'll say.
Thank you.
Well, you had wound up with, I believe, 12 kills on the night and had some good swings. How did you feel we played, and what do you think about the night?
I think we played, kind of down to their level and not, how we can play.
And can you just switch that on and off, Cameron? I mean, how does that part work?
I feel like it's the whole team. We all have to contribute to, all the energy and all that.
They do some things that are a little different. I mean, they play a little different brand, a little different speed, a little different hits and all that sort of thing. And that takes some, I guess, adjusting, huh?
Yeah, it was just random stuff would come over. Yeah. And I think we were ready all the time.
Now, this puts us into round 2 against either Monahans or San Elizario. What do I asked Micah just then, what do we go work on in practice tomorrow?
I think we're going to work on, just them sending over, just, random, out-of-system stuff. And our block, too, probably. You,
tonight, had some really good swings, and I asked Micah this, too, and I asked him, I think. But any nerves tonight, I mean, in the playoffs and that sort of thing?
I don't really have any, no.
You don't have any nerves, do you, at all, Cameron?
No, right now, no.
That's good. That's great, Cameron. Congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you.
Cameron Blair. Tatum is next. Tatum with 17 kills tonight, and I think a couple of aces. Well, what do you think? You've been here. This is 40 years of this. What do you think about tonight?
Tonight was a little rough, honestly, but I feel like the last set we picked it up.
We did.
Yes.
And we tried a couple of times early on. I thought when we had that run when Micah was at the service line the first set, that might get us going, but it didn't really. Did it? So when that's going on, I mean, what do you do? What do you say out on the floor? What does Coach McCracken say? I mean, how do you get out of that, I guess?
Well, it's all mental. It
Yeah.
felt like on the court we were panicked almost, and we had no reason to be panicked.
Right.
Yes.
But you got your gold volleyball and your 43rd win and all that sort of stuff. So go home with a big smile tonight. Huh?
I will.
What about practice tomorrow?
Just get ready for the next team. Work hard.
Work hard and get ready for the next team. All right. Well, another good night. Good night serving, too, and you had some digs, too. That's important to you, I know it.
Yes.
Got a couple of aces there tonight, too. So good night, Tatum. Thank you. All right, Tatum Stowe. And now Coach McCracken will join us here, and we'll visit with the head lady here, who probably has some things she wants to work on tomorrow, the next day.
Just
And
a
some,
few.
I mean, some of this, you know, I was kind of hard on them probably during the match. Some of this is just the style you're playing and kind of trying to find a rhythm, huh, Coach?
Right, and I mean, you know, there's a little, you know, playoff jitters and things like that.
Sure.
You know, we played, you know, Bushland on Friday, and you know, we kind of thought maybe that would help get some of those, you know, playoff jitters out, but you know, the first and second set, those are definitely there.
Yeah.
You know, the third set, I feel like we kind of loosened up a little and started to play like ourselves.
I thought Tatum summed it up pretty well. She said we played the first two sets, we were panicking, and there wasn't any reason to panic.
Right,
you know?
and I talk to them all the time about they're the team that should be urgent, not panicked.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, in the third set we took a deep breath and we, you know, turned more into urgency than anything. So.
And this could work to our advantage even tonight, right?
Right. I mean, you know, it goes to prove that you're never finished working.
Sure.
You know, and so, I mean, just going in and working hard, and I think that it's kind of an eye opener for them too. So I think they're going to be receptive to the hard workouts and stuff that we have for them.
Sweetwater, give them a tip of the hat here tonight. I thought they really played pretty fearless.
Right, and I tell the girls that all the time. You know, everybody knows who they are now.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's no secret who Hereford is, and everybody's out to get you. You know, you have that target on your back, and everybody's going to play their best against you. Everybody's going to celebrate every little thing that they do right.
They do.
And that's frustrating, you know, and so, you know, I think that I would like to say we should be used to that by now, but maybe we have a little more getting used to.
Well, and we are 16 or 17 years old or
Right.
whatever.
Oh, absolutely.
So some
Absolutely.
of that kind of goes with that too.
Yes, and at the end of the day, that's 16, 17-year-olds playing volleyball.
Right.
So.
And that's that. At the end of the day, that's your 44th win, so that's not too bad either.
No, sir.
Well, we enjoyed it, Carter. We look forward to maybe Thursday night. We'll see. Coach Kitten, we talked a little bit about that, what might happen. So we'll get that worked out and let everybody know when. And we're on to either San Elizario or Monahans.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good job, Carter.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Coach McCracken, our last guest tonight, as we finish up here with the Lady Whitefaces winning 13, 16, and 7. Again, a big night for Stowe and Blair. And Bonnie had 7 kills herself and an ace. 3 for Autumn, 4 from Nikki. And the Whitefaces, Emma Jones, had 5 aces to lead us in that category. So a good show. I mean, we did what we needed to do. We'll get on the bus and go home, and we'll get ready to play the next round. So for Coach Brenda Kitten and Coach McCracken and all the Whiteface faithful here tonight, this is Tom Simon saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you soon, either Thursday or sometime with more Lady Whiteface Volleyball.